Good morning. I'm just going to play a 10-minute game and see what happens. Michele Tallo from Italy. Michele, probably. We've not played before. I'm going to say hi and good luck anyway. And I'm going to aim for my Kalashnikov nonsense. Not that it's nonsense. Nice polite answer. So he's gone for the Nesmedinov Rossolimo, which funnily enough was the variation played yesterday. So, yeah. Now that I've attacked this pawn, I feel safer in attacking this pawn. Because if he takes, I take. Then I attack the knight, and then the... okay, so the knight is now attacked, and the pawn is hanging. So... and, yeah. I'm happy with that outcome. So if he plays pawn here, I'll play queen here to threaten the... oh, well, he plays knight there. That's not great. I just take the pawn anyway. And then the knight can come back to d6 and attack the bishop. So, yep, that seems fair enough. I think he might possibly play queen to e2 to put some pressure on the f7 square, but it's defended 3 times. Bishop, knight and queen. So d6 is good for the knight, and then I might be in a position at some point to play knight to pawn to e5, but I might like to play pawn to e6 first, then queen to c7, and then pawn to e5. Yeah, exactly as expected. So I'm going to attack his bishop. He can't come here because it's still attacked. So yeah, probably has to retreat to a considerably worse square. And as he's played it, he gives me the opportunity to play d4, e5 immediately. But I think I'll just chase away the knight first. Yeah, I'll chase away the knight first. Because if he goes to this square, I can chase it away once more. And then, or indeed, if he goes to this square, I can play knight here and threaten the knight. So he goes knight there. And now, do a... do I chase the knight away again? Yeah, why not? Why not? Grab some space at the same time. And then I'm in a position to be playing e5, which really cements my position. I know this is a bit exposed to attack and makes my king weaker, but my contention is that he isn't in a position to exploit either of those factors. So now he wants to come to here, check, which is good. He also got a threat to come to here, check. So this is only defended once by the queen. This is defended by the bishop. So the obvious solution is to play the even more exposed f5. And now this square is only attacked once by the knight. My opponent is asking what's going on. I'm saying that I'm making it up as I go along, and I'm also recording for my YouTube channel, which is the case. Now, of course, I've got the threat to play g5. He says it's a crazy position. I'm going to agree with him. So, I think I can safely attack his queen here. Yep. And then I can play. Now he's threatening to play check here, so yeah, okay. He's also threatening this, so I'll play knight here to defend the d5, d4, e4, e5 square, so that if he takes the pawn on d4 to threaten my rook, then I can threaten his. I can play pawn here, block his attack on the rook. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is what I was expecting from him. I think my best bet is to play queen here, followed by queen here. Yeah. Yeah, that looks reasonable. And I can come here with the queen and swap off and have this lovely centre. Alright, you know, it is, as my opponent points out, a crazy position. But I think, yeah, we can just get rid of that threat. Now, covering here, and maybe in a position to start thinking about playing things like d6 or d5 and bishop to d7. If he comes here, which seems a logical choice, then I will chase his queen with this, expand like this, and then play bishop here. That looks lovely. And now I can come, after all that has moved, I can come queen, eventually queen to g6 to cover the b7 square, so that I can then move the bishop, so that I can then have the choice of castling queenside. So, logically enough, he plays this, and I'm just going to attack his queen one more time. And the logical place to put the queen where it isn't attacked is here, which gives me the expansion and the development of the bishop, which if I'm brave enough, might enable me to castle long. Oh, yeah, well that's fine. I don't mind swapping the queens off at all. And now I'm going to play pawn here. And I don't mind if he comes in here with check now. I don't mind at all. It's I'm not looking to castle. I don't need to castle in this position. I've got a fantastic position. I can even play bishop here, and if he plays check here, I can play king here. He can't play bishop here to create the danger of a discovered attack, because the knight covers h6. So great. Bishop here looks like a logical move. I'm just gonna play bishop here. And as I say, if he plays knight here check, the king comes here, and then he hasn't really got a threat. I'll just take that. It's defended by the bishop. And he might castle short and attack my knight. Oh no, he comes with the bishop. Yeah. Well, I'll castle and threaten a discovered check with my knight. And if he comes with the king, then I'll play the bishop. I don't mind giving up that pawn there. I don't mind at all this position. So I'll play bishop here. Yeah, should I? Yeah, I'll play bishop here. And now, yeah, he is in a position to play bishop takes pawn and win a pawn. But it's not going to do him any good at all with his king out in the middle like that. The knight comes to here. I force the knights off. And if he doesn't do that, then that's fine for me. I'm glad to take that swap. Once I force the knights off, the rook gets to this square, or even to this square, you know. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, ready to double the rooks. If he takes, I play king here, and then if he says check, I come king here. And I'll still contend that even although I'm a pawn down, I've got a much better position. Yeah, he doesn't get to defend his pawns in that way. Now his king is forced here, and I can take this pawn. And even when he takes this pawn, I take this pawn, then this pawn, and then come back to the G file to keep his king from supporting the passed pawn from queening. So this, yeah, that's right. Great, I'll take that. And now we've 4 pawns each. And I'll check him. And I'll create a mating net. Threatening mate here. Fine, I'm still threatening mate. And if he takes the rook, I'll take. And he doesn't stop the pawn from queening. Oh, I should have just pushed. That was silly. Never mind. Yeah, I still win anyway. But that was a mistake at the end. I'll say good game. And look at the game review. I reasonably pleased with that performance. And even when I was a pawn down, I felt I was in a good position. I didn't feel that I was ever really far behind. I had 1 miss, 9 mistakes, and 2 inaccuracies. I played terribly. The machine's laughing at me as usual, but let's just start the review. So I go for, I go for the Sicilian. I'm looking to d4, pawn takes, and pawn e5, the Kalashnikov, but he plays a very highly approved anti-Sicilian, the Nishmetdinov Rossolimo attack. Yeah, it's perfectly well approved. And I play the Daniel King power play chess approved move of knight f6. And he plays a knight to c3. It's a book move, it defends this pawn. But no, this allows me to have the opportunity to go after his central pawns. And he doesn't do it properly, so he lets me threaten his knight, and now he could have gone here to defend his knight, that's correct, and then I play e5, and I have trying to defend this pawn the whole game, and he's trying to create some attack in play, but he doesn't do that. He just gives me a pawn for nothing. Queen f3, it's a good move. It's better than queen d2 possibly. Queen e2 possibly. No, it says queen e2 was best. It was what I expected. So of course I get to attack his bishop. And yeah, I'm not sure now. Yeah, that was a weak move. He maybe could have played here to think about maybe attacking here. But yeah, I chased the knight away. It was the best move. Okay, so that was right. I wasn't sure. And that was a mistake. I should have just played the rook here to defend this pawn. Then I could have played pawn here, and then I could have played bishop pawn here, and then I could have played bishop here. Yeah, I understand that. This lets him in, and he's got a decent position now. This is good. It stops him from being able to play knight here, but so does knight here. I thought knight here does, but then he can attack with his pawn, and I don't like that position. So, yeah. And now I attack his queen. I should have kept his knight also, his bishop also this square, of course. That makes sense. And his queen gets into the good square. And the knight comes, which is the best. And I'm half a pawn down. He gets back his pawn, so we're playing 7 pawns each. But this allows me to, okay, let him take and... Oh yeah, the knight defends the rook, of course. Let him take, just play this to attack his knight and the structure. Yeah, of course, that was an inaccuracy I didn't like. But okay, again, it's saying attack the knight and attack the structure, because how does he save the knight then? Yeah, of course. And again, yeah, I don't like this. And I gain the space and get rid of the queen, and he is in a position to be winning a pawn very soon. But I'm aware of this. I like the pawn down position. I think, yeah, take that pawn. It's fine for me. And a castle, and a better way to develop further. Sorry, yeah. The best was, okay, the rook, yeah. And then I could have played bishop here. Yeah, I know. I can't swap off the bishops because he gets here checked. But yeah, okay, I understand. Better move. But that wasn't what was played. I castled. That was one of my misses. And this gives him a pawn. But this, as it says, it allows me the chance to activate a bishop. I could have played pawn here as well. Yeah, yeah, okay. But no, even although I'm going a pawn down and it says 1.35, I'm very happy with my position. Practically, this is a much easier position to play than for me than it is for him. So I recapture the piece, and then I get knight to e6, which is best. And yeah, he's looking. It would have been better playing the other rook. I don't know why. Silly that. Oh, I could have played knight here and threatened the pawn, and then I've also got knight here as a follow-up, and then I can come knight here. Yes. And even if he moved the pawn to threaten the knight, I could play here, and then here, or here, and then here is probably better. Yeah, okay, understandable. But he takes, I take. I develop the rook, happy for that. And it says plus 2.33. I should have moved the king the other way, but I'm really happy with it. Of course, he made a mistake by coming forward. And now I take the pawn, and yeah, it's it says the best was to push the pawn. I should have pushed the pawn then as well. I get the pawn, I check, and I threaten check, and this was best. And he has to take. And I should have just pushed the pawn, of course, because he can't stop it. But it's still a winning move. But yeah, I should have pushed the pawn, as the machine pointed out, and as I pointed out as soon as I'd done it, you know. But yeah, it's okay. So because he still can't get closer, and if he so if he comes here, I push the pawn, or yeah, I push this pawn, then push this pawn. He has to get in front of this king, and yeah, okay, I'm still going to win. I might have to end up going round here, but I'm still going to win. Still not a good position for him. But if I'd pushed the pawn, he's not stopping it. Yeah, okay. Reasonable game. I enjoyed it. Polite opponent. Yeah, I'll be sending them a link to the video as soon as I've got it uploaded. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to one of my chess channels. Thanks. Bye.